Hello and welcome to Sunset TV. You're watching Question Hour. Well, it's one show that gets you details of all the questions asked by the members and replies given by the ministries and departments. I'm your host Rajat KAIN, joined with my colleague KRITI MISHRA.
Thank you so much, Rajat. And as our viewers know, that Question Hour is a very important tool in India's parliamentary democracy, giving an opportunity to the members of both houses of parliament, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, to question the government to fix accountability. Now, there are different types of questions, the starred ones, the unstarred ones, and also the short notice ones.
Well, starred are the ones where replies are given directly on the floor of the House, whereas unstarred are the ones where replies are given in a written format by the minister. And our show, Question Hour, focuses on the unstarred questions.
And how are these questions asked and how is the reply given? Well, here's a small presentation for our viewers.
A member submits his or her questions at least 15 days before the office of Rajya Sabha chairman. The Rajya Sabha Secretariat chooses the questions to be answered through a draw of ballots. Separate ballots are held for starred and unstarred questions. The questions are scrutinized for admissibility under the current rules and precedents. Questions are disallowed if they are not in order. Advance copies of chosen questions are sent to ministry or departments concerned. The ministry concerns collect information to prepare the reply. The minister concerned reply to starred questions on the floor of the House and provides written answers to unstarred questions. Up to 160 unstarred questions are listed every day in a separate list. Well, there you saw this presentation. Now it's time to begin our show, Kriti. Well, the first question of this edition of the show that was asked by member A. VIJAYAKUMAR from Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. The member saw details if the government has any plans to make the pharmaceutical companies self-reliant.
Well, the government of India has taken several steps to make pharmaceutical companies Atmanirbhar, and this detailed response has been given by Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadanand Gowda. He goes on to say that to make pharmaceutical companies Atmanirbhar, Department of Pharmaceuticals is implementing two schemes for promoting domestic manufacturing of critical key starting materials, drug intermediates and active pharmaceutical ingredients, which are called APIs, in the country. Production linked incentive scheme for promotion of domestic manufacturing of critical key starting materials, drug intermediates and active pharmaceutical ingredients in India. Under the scheme, financial incentive will be given for manufacturing of 41 key starting materials, drug intermediates and active pharmaceutical ingredients. Incentives for incremental sales will be given to selected participants for a period of 6 years. The total outlay of the scheme is 6,940 crore. Scheme for promotion of bulk drug parks. The scheme provides for granted aid to 3 bulk drug parks for creation of common infrastructure facilities with a maximum limit of 1,000 crore per park or 70% of the cost of CIF, whichever is less. In case of northeastern states and hilly states, which is Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, UTs of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, financial assistance would be given, which is up to 90% of the project costs. The total outlay of the scheme is 3,000 crore. And the tenure of the scheme will be 5 years, that is from 2020-21 to 2024 and 25. And joining us on the Question Now show is Rajya Sabha MP, Mr. A. VIJAYAKUMAR.
Thank you.
So during the 253rd session, you'd asked a very pertinent question about making our pharmaceutical companies Atmanirbhar. The government has given a detailed response. What is your take?
Normally in the COVID season, we all are competitive with the government, other governments throughout in the world. See, finally, we are succeed in the COVID in our India only. We can supply too much of countries in the abroad. They are also given number of orders for us, our country. Because of the true medicine for the COVID, it is very helpful and fruitful to our nation as well as the world. So, this is the first time you are achieved by our Honorable Prime Minister of India. He comes and after he is elected as a PM, he is doing so many ways we are developing the Indian country. And the Normally we are for previously we are anything we are depending upon the importing only to abroad the nations. Now we are given, our India is given the free to all the poor countries in the world. That is our success.
So the government has also launched the production-linked incentive scheme for the pharmaceutical sector. How will it impact the sector?
See, we are more and more we are manufacturing in these pharmaceuticals. Then only we are success because we are, our country having nearly 130 crores of peoples worldwide. We are comparing, we are the topmost there after the China. So we are in the self confident in the medicine. Then only see, normally you see the cancer treatment for they are getting the this medicine we are importing from abroad. We are given more and more cost for that because of the poor countries we are not expecting that much of amount. So we are also for that example we are manufacturing this cancer patients medicine and very top the highest cost medicines we are importing. All the medicines are we are manufacturing in India. It is well and good.
Lastly, sir, any suggestion that you'd like to make?
Normally, in India, our Tamil Nadu, our Honorable Chief Minister and the other ministers are given more importance for the COVID fighting. So now we are in a lesser only because below 300 only we are every day we are getting. That much of this we are very highest in once upon a time. They are given completely, they are putting more and more hospitals, more and more beds, more preventive for the medicines and in the available in the market. They will purchase from abroad and also the machineries for that. We are these monitors and all the regarding this COVID, they are importing so many machines in Tamil Nadu. They are erected. They are putting in almost all the government hospital. That's why we are succeed. One of the biggest state in India, we are succeed for controlling the COVID now. We are also now satisfying.
On that note, thank you so much for joining us and speaking to us. Let's move on to the next question, and this one has been asked by member Syed Nasir Hussain, and this question is to the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And the member has inquired details about Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna.
A reply to this query was given by Minister for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, R.K. Singh. The minister says under Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna, as on 19th of January 2021, 46.27 lakh candidates have been trained under short-term training and 60.68 lakh candidates have been oriented under recognition prior learning or the RPL across the country. Under the scheme, placement opportunities are being provided to candidates certified under the short-term training, and the recognition of prior learning doesn't mandate placement as it orients and certifies candidates with prior learning experience of skills. Under the scheme, as on 19th of January 2021, 46.27 lakh candidates and 36.4 lakh candidates have been trained and certified respectively under the STT courses or the short-term training courses. Out of these certified candidates, 18.95 lakh candidates have been provided with a placement. In this regard, Niti Aayog has done quick assessment study of this scheme. Niti Aayog has conducted an independent evaluation of the centrally sponsored schemes like Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna. The report of Niti Aayog highlights the mismatch between industry requirement and the candidate expectation. In addition, National Skill Development Corporation or the NSDC, an implementing agency of the scheme, has also engaged a third-party agency, Sambodhi Research and Communications Private Limited, for impact evaluation of Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna 2016-20. This report highlighted about 15% increase in the average monthly salary under the short-term training and 19% under recognition prior learning. Under the recognition of prior learning, 70% participants reported for better chance of finding employment. This report also suggested for a stronger role of skill development mission for better implementation of scheme. Based on the above said studies and learning from the implementation of Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna version 1 and 2nd, Ministry has launched new and modified version of Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna, that is Pradhanmantri Kaushal Vikas Yojna version 3 on the 15th of January 2021 with a demand-driven and bottom-up approach. The greater roles of state and SSDM have been provisioned. Under the scheme, Informed choice and aspirations of candidates have been given primacy and supports candidates to opt for local skills with local jobs. Well, moving on to the next question of this edition of the show that was asked by member Harnath Singh Yadav from Ministry of Rural Development. The member asked government if there is a program in place so as to provide job opportunities to the youth of rural India.
And there's a comprehensive response given by the government, and this particular reply has been given by Rural Development Minister Narendra Singh Tomar. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, or Mahatma Gandhi Narega, is a demand-driven wage employment program. A rural household adult member of which agree to unskilled manual work is entitled for 100 days of wage employment. During the current financial year, that is 2020-21 so far, more than 1.6 crore new job cards have been issued. The total number of persons who worked during the current financial year was 10.28 crore, which is 30% more than that of financial year 2019-20. The government enhanced the allocation under Mahatma Gandhi Narega for the financial year 2020-21 from 61,500 crore to 1,11,500 crore, and more than 324 crore person days have been generated so far under Mahatma Gandhi Narega. Government of India has launched Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan of 125 days on 20th June 2020 to boost employment and livelihood opportunities for returnee migrant workers and similarly affected citizens in rural areas in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. The objective of the Abhiyan was to provide immediate employment and livelihood opportunities to the distressed, to saturate the villages with public infrastructure and creation of livelihood assets to boost the income generation activities and enhance long-term livelihoods opportunities by focusing on 25 works in 116 selected districts across 6 states of Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. A total of 12 ministries or departments of Government of India have participated in the Abhiyan. A total of 50.78 crore person days employment has been generated during the Abhiyan. Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojna of this ministry is a placement-linked skill development program for wage employment. Under this program, a total number of 36,933 candidates have been placed in jobs in the current financial year 2020-21. Rural Self-Employment and Training Institutes of the ministry is a skill development program which enable trainees to take bank credit and start his or her micro enterprise. Under this program, a total number of 93,874 candidates have been settled in the current financial year, which is 2020-21 so far. And moving on to the next question, and this one has been asked by member Banda Prakash, and this question is to the Ministry of Rural Development. And the member has asked about the impact of Manrega on the cost of cultivation.
Well, the reply to this query is given by Minister of Rural Development Narendra Singh Tomar. The minister says that Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, or the Manrega 2005, already lays emphasis that at least 60% of work at district level in terms of cost shall be the creation of productive assets directly linked to agriculture and allied activities, which include work related to water security like construction of farm ponds, wells, earthen check dams, field channels and other water harvesting structures. Mahatma Gandhi Narega is providing a fallback option for livelihood security to rural poor and is not a regular employment scheme. The Act provides that work which is non-tangible, non-measurable and repetitive, such as removing grass, pebbles and agricultural operations, shall not be taken up. There are 262 works which are permissible under the Manrega, of which 182 kind of work relate to natural resource management, and out of 182 natural resource management work, 85 are water related. 164 of total works are related to agriculture and allied activities works. Further, Manrega Act has suitable provisions for its beneficiaries for unemployment allowance, daily compensation, work site facilities, insurance coverage and medical facilities for beneficiary during the work period. Well, moving on to the last question of this edition of the show that was asked by member Vikas from Ministry of Railways. The member asked, is there any scheme by the ministry to make railways safer and more innovative?
And there's a comprehensive response given by the Railways Minister Piyush Goyal. The minister says that several steps have been taken by Indian Railways to make train journeys safer and more comfortable for passengers, some of which include state-of-the-art train set Vande Bharat services have been introduced between New Delhi, Varanasi and New Delhi, Shri Mato Vaishno Devi Katra. These trains have ultra-modern features like quick acceleration, onboard infotainment and global positioning system based passenger information system, automatic sliding doors, retractable footsteps and zero discharge vacuum bio toilets. Whereas premium train services like Humsafar, Tejas, Antyodaya, Utkrisht double-decker air-conditioned Yatri, Mahamana and coaches like Deen Dayalu and Anubhuti, which have upgraded interiors and exteriors and improved passenger amenities, have been introduced in service in various train sectors. AIR is manufacturing coaches which are technologically superior and have better riding aesthetics and safety measures than conventional integral coach factory type coaches. Production units of AIR have stopped the manufacturing of ICF type coaches and are manufacturing only LHB coaches from the year 2018-19 onwards. Vistadom coaches provide panoramic view through wider body side windows as well as through transparent sections in the roof, thus enabling the passengers to enjoy the scenic beauty of the places through which they travel. Recently, Vistadome coaches on LHB platform have been manufactured with several modern features and amenities. AIR had also launched Project Utkrisht in April 2018 in order to improve the condition of ICF type coaches running in mail or express trains. Upgradation of 447 rakes of mail or express trains has been completed till December 2020 under Project Utkrisht. Under Project Swan, 65 rakes of Rajasthani and Shatabdi trains have been upgraded across multiple dimensions, which include coach interiors, toilets, onboard cleanliness, staff behavior, linen, etc. 63 smart coaches with ultra-modern features like smart public address and passenger information system, smart heating, ventilation and air conditioning system, smart security and surveillance system have been manufactured and introduced in service. Conversion of end-on generation trains into head-on generation trains to reduce noise and air pollution at stations and in trains. It is expected to significantly reduce the consumption of fossil fuels. Conventional lighting in coaches has been replaced with modern and energy-efficient light-emitting diode lights. Indian Railways has also been providing increased number of mobile charging points in coaches. Closed-circuit television, which is CCTV cameras, have been provided in more than 2,900 coaches over Indian Railways. Air-conditioned electric multiple unit, which is EMU services, have been introduced on Western Railway and Central Railway. CCTV cameras, emergency talk button have been installed in EMU trains with a view to further fortify the security system. In addition to CCTV cameras and emergency talkback system, flasher lights have also been provided in ladies' coaches in EMU rakes in South Eastern Railways. Installation of GPS-based passenger announcement cum passenger information system in EMU and Kolkata Metro has already been installed. This passenger information system informs the passengers regarding the next approaching station through audio announcement on speaker as well as through video display on LED screen simultaneously. Further, newly manufactured EMU or mainline electric multiple unit, which is MEMU rakes, are already equipped with such technology or system. It is a continual endeavour of the Indian Railways to provide improved passenger services in the coaches. So that's all we had for you in this edition of the Question Hour Show. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.
Thank you. Goodbye.